Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, we'll tell you more about one homecoming event that had Russell House rockin', and how one Columbia food bank has taken on the COVID-19 pandemic. But first, DHEC has released a plan for distributing a coronavirus vaccine. We'll tell you who gets it first. Carolina Insider starts now. Welcome to Carolina Insider. I'm Spencer Buckler. Our top story, COVID vaccines and the questions on many people's minds. When a coronavirus vaccine will come out, who will get one first, and when? Here in South Carolina, DHEC has released a three-part plan to answer those questions. Those who work and volunteer in healthcare settings will get the first doses, followed by people high at risk, including those 65 and older, and essential workers who cannot social distance. In Phase 2, when more doses of the vaccine are available, those at high risk who did not get a vaccine would be next, followed by the general public. DHEC does not yet know how long each phase will last. It will depend on how fast the federal government can supply the vaccine to states. In the midst of the pandemic, many people right here in Columbia are having a hard time putting food on the table. But as Sydney Edwards tells us, there's help and a little hope around the corner.
I'm Sydney Edwards here at the Harvest Hope Food Bank in Columbia, South Carolina. Now, according to Feeding America, almost 600,000 families face food insecurity right here in South Carolina, and those numbers doubled due to the coronavirus pandemic. But Harvest Hope did not back down to that challenge. On Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 to 1 in the afternoon, Shop Road is congested with families needing food. Harvest Hope created a grab-and-go system, allowing members to get the supplies they need, all the while remaining safe. Household items such as toilet paper and cleaning supplies are some of the more popular items, but some members are simply grateful to just be supported during this uncertain time.
And these people have been really nice, and they help you with everything they can give you. It's about a week, maybe a week and a half worth of food.
Harvest Hope remains the largest food bank in South Carolina and are always welcoming donations to help feed children, seniors, and families during this time. For Carolina Insider, I'm Sydney Edwards.
Thanks, Sydney. Harvest Hope Food Bank is seeing an increase in demand, but a decrease in volunteers. They say they could use your help. Many of their older helpers have decided to stay home because of the virus. You can learn more about those opportunities and shifts on their website. Americans hoping for financial help from the federal government can still have a sliver of hope that more stimulus might come their way. This week, negotiations were continuing, suggesting a pre-election day agreement might still be possible. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi hinted the two parties are finding common ground for the new stimulus bill. President Trump announced on Fox and Friends that he is willing to go higher than the $2 trillion already approved by House Democrats. But as of Wednesday, the two sides disagreed over federal funding for state and local governments. As the state continues to navigate through the pandemic, support is on the way. If you are a small business, a minority business, or a nonprofit, you might meet the requirements for two grant programs from the SC CARES Act. Here today with Pure Politics is Dylan Leatherwood. Dylan.
Thanks, Spencer. A wide range of people here in the Palmetto State could meet the requirements for two grant programs through the SC CARES Act. The grant will fund those who lost money due to COVID-19. Minority-owned companies and businesses with fewer than 25 employees can get up to $25,000. Nonprofits are able to receive up to $50,000 of relief through the grant awards. If you think you qualify, you can apply for a relief grant program through November 1st. If you or anyone you know wants to see if their business qualifies, you can call or email the SC CARES Act call center. Back to you in the studio, Spencer.
Thanks, Dylan. Back here on campus with midterms in full swing, students at the Daily Gamecock are taking a mental health break. The student-run news organization announced that they will not be producing any content next week, but plan to be back on their regular schedule by Monday, November 2nd. Until then, Editor-in-Chief Aaron Slowey encourages readers to prioritize their mental health and remember the resources available on campus. The coronavirus has changed many traditions here at the university, but homecoming is here to stay. The theme of this year's event is the Roaring '20s, the cockiest decade yet. As we enter into week 2 of the planned celebrations, Coachella filled the Russell House with live music. Mimicking the popular music festival Coachella, students were able to showcase their talents in front of the USC student body.
I mean, it's kind of cool to see everyone participating in something this year, even with COVID, even with the hard boundaries that we have. Like, it's still kind of cool to see that.
Homecoming organizers wanted to have both virtual and in-person events that follow the university's COVID-19 guidelines. For more information on events, follow their social media at U of SC Homecoming. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.